Greg, thanks for joining us. It's a webinar. And we're going to messages and go into the Q&A. So, lessons, here we go. This is Archangel Raphael. Lessons. There is an Archangel alliance, you can say, a bond with your planets. Yet to let you more into how your world works. Yes, and much of secrets, yes, you're within your mythology, as they're slowly being decoded. And it's not always taken seriously by your modern civilization. Some do on a intellectual connection, but there's a deeper message there that isn't always understood. As many of you can connect these different energies, but yes, there is a deeper connection to allow more of your earth to be known of what this place really is. And that is what your next generation, what's your next decade is about, is understanding more of your myths as they have not gone away. They're much here. I'm not talking just about the gods. It goes much more into that. But over time, it will unravel itself. And yes, it'll be more through messages, and then humanity, it's up to them to take it seriously or not, of course. But many of you can connect to it as you have experienced it throughout your lives. I wonder why you go through what you're going through. It is hidden timelines that are not always revealed. So, the more you know about yourself, the more you can connect to who's here. So, all right. It's kind of cryptic, but that's all we have at this moment. So, let's just see. Greetings to you, your high human friends. I am the Yeti, the snowman. Greetings to your humble beginnings, your humble worlds. Yes, we do coexist with you in the mountains, unseen. Yes, in the fourth dimension, but we can't appear in your reality, as some have seen us at a distance. Of course, in the cold winds, you feel like you see anything. That is also opening up fourth dimensional energies. Mountains open up different realities. Same do the trees. As you go into a woods area, you can get lost. Well, because you're going through different portals and realities there too. Of course, that's why you have to keep your track, because your sense of direction goes away. Because you're in the soul of the tree energy now, which connects you to Agartha, of course. It all comes down to Agartha. As yes, there are like Agarthian drama or wars that are going on to take back their planets, or for you to take back your world. As it's been lost and Agartha has been shut off, you're hard to resurrect it as you used to live within with the Agarthians, and that is what you're here to do in this world. So I'll see you all, your attorneys. Greetings to you. I'm Leonardo Da Vinci. Greetings to you once again. Well, I believe there's a crowd here. So, he has had many skills in my lifetime, but also have people skills. And that is one of the reasons why I am here. Yes, your Renaissance or much of your world, and so your modern times, was an Garthian reality. It is Garthian in some ways, but it's more turned alien. As you can see, it's various technologies. It's reconnecting to the universe through technology. But it has been a Garthian for some time. And magic has been part of the history of the world. And it has been part of your modern world, but it's overshadowed by technologies now. So in your past, many wished to be magicians or understand their own magic, which they feel blocked. But not everyone was blocked. And of course, there's not much written history because of it, for obvious reasons. It is called a myth, and it's a cover up, basically. So, enough about that. But yes, your Garthian energies will become more clear to you as their world is going to resurrect itself in due time. So, I'm also here to answer your questions whenever you're ready.
Hello, greetings, Leonardo da Vinci. Blessings to you. Welcome. Thank you for coming in. First this evening, we have Daria.
Hello there, Leonardo da Vinci. Thank you for the round stairs.
Yes.
So, I'm just wondering, what would you like? What kind of message would you like to give to me?
Well, we have different forms. I do see you that you show up as like a care bearer, an astral, but you're far from it. So you appear as that to seem innocent.
I mean, free hugs,
Even in
you
this
know.
reality, yeah, you do that too. So like a humanoid care bear.
And you laugh. It's an evil laugh, of course.
Yes, there's doing much of other things.
Yeah.
So yeah, in astral you bring in this different realities. You put sometimes false realities uh, to get something out of somebody. Like you've seen this in the movies. Uh, like you go into like a holodeck reality, you think they're in one place and find out they're somewhere else.
And they
That's
reveal something about
yes,
themselves because they're put in a specific situation, and then you kind of, yeah, they
that's
wouldn't
your
be in this situation. Yeah, I get it.
the Daria zone.
It's kind of sinister, but it's
Mm, it's
there.
useful. It works. Well, to bring out honesty out of people, not to be deceptive. Guess it all depends. But
It's been a lot of that lately.
well, this world has been hijacked, as you can see. Well, because it got complacent. It got just things are going too well for it, and now it is where it is. It just got too easy.
Yeah,
Well, they thought it was.
yeah,
That's one of the reasons why we're here, kind of like almost kicking this world in some regard to when you guys going to realize where you're at, like what reality you're in. That's
yeah.
what I
I
see.
felt that too. Well, another. Mm, I don't actually have any messages, but there's been a lot of activity in my house. Somebody's stepping on the walls, scratching. And then I got a message from, felt like it was from a cat or something. Anyways,
There's
who
some of that.
is?
There's a Palladian presence there. There are. I would see them investigating. Um, there's like unknown portals. I'm just saying what they're saying. Um, and there's a cat presence too, but I believe that's more of a protector. So some beings can create portals, and they don't always know what they're there for.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like
So I
it
was,
connects back to where you live.
yeah. So I was like saying, you can't scare me. It's okay. Anyways, because it was like scratching
Well, I see
sounds.
like a giant caterpillar. Something from the insect races there.
Oh, cool. Well,
Nothing to
no,
worry though.
no, I'm not.
They're just visiting.
Well, thank you for the nice message and have a cool channeling with this group and good night.
Okay, thank you. Oh, alrighty then. Up next, we got Logan.
Greetings, Leonardo da Vinci.
Greetings.
My first question is, I had a dream 3 days ago about walking along a straight path of train tracks, and the next day when I tried to tell my dad about that dream, I heard a train whistle from outside, just, I don't know, blowing in the distance, and there seems to be a lot of synchronicity surrounding trains. So I would like to know if there's any synchronicity or message for me
That's just
in that.
that's your path. And that's your guides. See, the guides brought that thought to you. You say something at that time where they knew that train was coming. So it's just to let you know sometimes you're wondering deeply if you choose the right world to incarnate on. His voice I can see. But what was I thinking? So it's just to give you more clarity that you're on the right path, that this is the right journey you chose. So synchronicities are going to continue. It's just to keep you uplifted. Because there are some doubts. There always is. It's just, is this really real? All of this happening here? Yes. That's what I see right there.
Cool. My next question is, are there any messages from my astral guides?
Well, yes, you're on a journey to more discover yourself, going deeper into who you are. It's been some time. Of course, you dive into this world every once in a while to accomplish a goal, but also to challenge yourself to, like, yes, diving in like a diver on a deep sea diving, or diving off a very tall diving board into a pool. That's what they show. You're also challenging your guides. It's like you're going on a hike into the wilderness, and you don't always know what you're going to get. And it seems like you're pulling your guides out of their comfort zones, it seems, and also yourself. So all of you are combining your vibration. Is basically, this is where you create your friendships, or you know who's your friends. But they've been with you for quite some time, so it seems like it's working out too. And also, your human friends used to be spirit guides. Also, you've been spirit guides with them too. I believe you have some of that feeling going on, from what I can see, somewhere at least. Blessings.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Up next, we have Emmy. Oh, my mistake. I have Emmy's questions. She asked me to read those. I have those right here. Her first question, she says, I had an interview today in North Carolina for a job with a military unit. I'm nervous about the outcome. How do you think I did in the same token I was contact? How do you think I did in the same token I was contacted again about a job in D.C. for the ODNI? Thoughts on that?
Well, yeah, this one looks a lot better than your other previous connections. I believe you're not one to move, but I feel like there probably is a move from what we're seeing, or else you can continue residence in two places. It just seems like you need a change also. So I feel like you will make it work what you need to. But yes, it is looking good overall. Blessings.
Hey, thank you. Your second question. Do you have any messages for my spiritual path? And any ETs or angels want to say something to me?
Well, yes, you're grounding yourself and ungrounding yourself. You're This is why you're going through what you're going through. It also gives you more time to yourself to heal a lot of lifetimes, timelines. You're basically getting more clarity of who you're going to be. So you're in this kind of stasis to figure out what direction to go in, as you can see. And yeah, you're rolling the dice, but you don't always like the results, so you roll it again. So you want to make the perfect fit as for a job, as you can see. And that's why things are going the way they are. But there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a lot of waiting. But in that waiting, you're having a lot of self reflection. I do see a lot of Arcturian energies. It's just something you have not done in some time. It's like a purge. It's like the world's going through. You're going through it with it. It seems. Of course, everyone is, but some are really living it. Well, I can see you're pretty locked into it. At least the emotion of what the world's going through. Blessings.
Hey, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have Silverclaw.
Hello there.
Greetings.
Greetings, friend. My first question is I don't want anyone coming into my room, but maintenance where I live can come in whenever they need to. Do you see maintenance coming into my room for any kind of checkup? Like maybe to like change batteries in the smoke detector or anything?
No time soon. We see like a year or two. Maybe a yearly look, but there are no rush to do so at this time. Now they might have a sporadic check, but you have to be prepared for that, just in case they do.
Okay, so those are like possibilities. Okay.
Anytime they can go walk in that door anytime. It's unlikely anytime soon. But it is good for you to prepare for it in case it happens.
Like it kind of like expect like a once a year kind of thing.
Or more.
Mm-hmm.
Is that they can go there anytime they want. So
Yeah.
you just have to prepare on your side. That's all. In case any of that happens when you're not there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. My next question. Do you see my work permit renewal being? Uh, I'm sorry, I kind of forgot what I was asking. Do you see my work permit renewal um, being accepted next year?
Yeah, well, I feel like this year, I believe it's already been accepted. At least astrally.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yeah, you have no reason for a no.
Yeah, I ask because of the hecticness kind of going on. But even if I change my name legally, do you see it like going smoothly? Like if I choose to change my name legally?
We don't recommend changing your name.
Oh, okay.
That will make things more complicated.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you can,
Right.
but just realize there'll be complications with everything.
Yeah. I would never want that. So that's great to know. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we got Retro.
Hello,
Yes, greetings.
greetings. Okay, there's one time I was doing a meditation and I saw this older man really the details of like this older gentleman, skinny gentleman, um, like real vivid detail. Like what kind of connection is that?
Well, it seems like a spirit guide energy, but also a very old friend is what we're seeing.
Yeah.
It's not one that's always giving clarity of
Hmm.
what is going on though.
Is there a Garthan energy there?
There is some. I feel like he's blocking a lot of trickster energies. What we see.
Yeah.
Doing the best he can, at least.
Mm-hmm. Second question is if there's any messages that are available for me at this time.
Well, I see you were making peace with mankind and alien energies. One time you had difficulties connecting to humans, at least from this world. So that coming back into this world is like give humans another chance. But because you came in the way you did to not hide yourself, because you've had in the past. It's like you always have to, how humans have to, hide who they are. So that's why you came in the way you are, to be yourself. And that's what humans need to start getting used to, instead of being prejudiced and have their inner issues. You came here just to reflect back on them, on their own difficulties, basically.
So you used to not trust humans?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, you see how they're not exactly welcoming to your presence sometimes, right?
No.
That's why. It's like you should be humanity should be able to accept anybody for who they look like, who they are, and they're not doing that.
And there are lots of things humanity should be doing that they're not.
Yeah, they're going after all this racism nonsense when there's much more deeper issues that they're wishing to ignore.
Mm-hmm.
Just need to get they need to get over themselves, on their own prejudices, not just on racism, on many things.
Gender, yeah.
On everything.
Yep.
And they're not adjusting, and that's where the media is bringing up racism to keep them focused just on that, instead of just allowing themselves to come out more.
I mean, there is an issue with race. I believe that. Yeah, there's also, there's the house is burning down. You can't just be concerned
There
about
is a lot of it's manufactured, though.
Yeah.
A lot of the media, yes, and others, but they just fuel the fire.
Mm-hmm.
They gaslight it and then they light it up.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, you're here to be yourself, basically, and that's you just this is your time, basically. Whatever you choose. So.
All right. Thank you.
Have that idea. Blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, very nice. Up next, we have IC.
Good evening, Da Vinci. Blessings.
Yes.
My first question, during a blackout a few nights ago, I went out to the garden. It was like 2 or 3 a.m. I looked at the sky, and there was a large, bright yellow star. It moved towards my position and stayed there, aligned exactly where I was standing. I was just looking at it, but it later vanished behind a cloud, and the power came back. But I wanted to know, what was it?
I feel that was a Arcturian energy.
Okay.
It was. They say they're connected to the blue star in Arcturus. They are an energy of basically. Well, they say that they brought you here, or
the Arcturian.
Well, they can say many of them can say they brought you here, but we'll just go by what they say right now.
Okay, because actually it was a star, but it was moving and it stayed exactly where I was standing. It was
they say they brought you here to manage a lot of Earth situations, Earth politics on a galactic stage. They do show you energy is mirror to the. It does mirror to UN and other facilities around the world. On a galactic, you just kind of copy yourself in certain places. That's why you know what you know. You have of course, there's a lot more you don't know, but there's much more here than just the Earth planet.
Oh, yeah.
You do see you here as like a diplomat.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I see.
Nice.
So you're located where you are because that's where a lot of the trouble is, yeah. But you're safe overall.
Okay, thanks.
Usually diplomats are in unsafe places, usually.
That's true, right? Like difficult places, yeah, that's true.
But you'll be fine. You know what you're doing.
Thanks.
Sure.
Well, that actually leads to my second question. I believe there are like ancient beings or gods connected to the presidential candidates, possibly like an ancient rivalry. And I feel for some reason a negative female energy like at work in the opposition side. Like they're trying to stop like the new age, like they're trying to stop prophecy. And I've been like learning, as you know, probably know, different languages, the roots of languages, and I've been connecting things, and this stood out, and it's kind of like scary. Like what's happening in there. Is it possible that they are?
Oh yes, you are connecting correctly. We do
Oh,
see an energy by the name of Artemis.
Artemis?
Yeah, what is it?
Okay.
You can look it up, Artemis. But
I'm gonna,
Artemis is the name
yeah.
that comes up. But yes, there's a female energy. You say there's
Oh,
several
yes.
different
Yeah, that makes sense. That's crazy. Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, they're very selfish. They want chaos here.
Yeah, I feel very strange about Kamala and her sister. There's
Yes.
something there. There's something so evil there. Wow.
And from majority of these, come from dark Illuminati energies, and those are just in your public, and some are just act like they're like from a restaurant, and all of a sudden they're a senator or something. That's not just nice.
I hope
That's
that I feel Trump, like, he's taking a lot of pressure, of course, a lot of attacks, but I think he's safe, and he knows that he signed up for this, so he knows that it's
Yes.
a difficult battle. Okay.
He's protected by many beings. A lot of them are actually reptilians that want peace here, and yes, they're gonna throw back. They're gonna throw whatever they can at anybody.
Yeah, they're gonna try anything. They're gonna try magic if they can.
Yeah, they're gonna play. Maybe act like a 13-year-old kid. They don't care.
Oh my
Just want to get their energy out there.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying. I'll keep my research.
A lot of beings have sat down and said nothing. A lot of these beings are now saying something now. They want to, end the war, because many humans are suffering now. They want to end that suffering.
I suppose. Yeah.
Those on the other side do not want that. They want suffering. They enjoy it. They feel like people deserve it. It's smart.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for your. Bye.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Next, we got James.
Hello.
Greetings.
I was wondering if you can tell me what was the energy of the song I was working on earlier or last night?
Yes, I see you working for the sky. I also see you as a sky being. I believe, yes, the ocean's been talking. You've been talking about the ocean a lot, but also a sky. I see you in the sky all the time as a bird, a being that can change form from human to bird, even to fish. But what I'm seeing is the bird energy. So yeah, it's the sun energy that is going through your chakras. All of your chakras, like most of your root chakra. There's a lot there to clear. Root chakras, even with the healing, it's still slightly blocked, I can see. Due to the energies of the earth, it's very difficult to fully heal it instantly.
I see. That's cool. I meant to say the music I was working on yesterday, the song. Like, is that what you meant?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So is there any messages from yourself or anyone around me?
Well, that's you as a writer, poet in your past incarnation. Yes, you have a song, but it also goes more into. It just goes more. I just see creativity throughout your previous incarnations. I have not been fully healed. Because you didn't always get your word out, your message out. You felt kind of shunned in the past. I also see you writing. I see scripture, also, of like freeing people. So like, you have your Bible as brain that's holding the mind, but you're there to free it. So you've had basically you basically, you can say like a rebel energy throughout your lifetime soon. Is what I see. I also see you working with fire a lot when you're like obviously for survival, but also know how to use it correctly while it's burning everything down. Furnaces and things like that in your past. Well, that's
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next, we got Dragon.
Hey, what's up?
things.
Hey, so you're a Renaissance man, or were in that life. Obviously, your soul's much more. And I try to live life by the Renaissance man kind of, thing. Expert, jack of all trades, expert of none. I guess I've sort of become an expert at a couple things, but I try to spread things around. I really liked the approach you all had, and much respect for that. And especially, you all had, some of you had these intuitive ideas, especially you, where you kind of felt things and you acted on it. You drew like helicopters and things like that, bicycles, like way ahead of your time. And you guys would just dig in and just keep working at it till you manifested it. Doesn't matter how much pain you guys went through and how many nights you stayed up by candlelight working on it. You just did it, and it's really impressive. People aren't so patient nowadays. Even I'm not that patient. And that brings me to the one of the things I want to talk about. I have these intuitive things. Like I know how to build things that just are supposedly impossible. I know in my head how to build them. And the problem is we just don't have the energy foundation to manifest those things yet. And it's kind of really frustrating. Faster than light travel, easy. I mean, it all feels easy to me. Telepathic devices, piece of cake, but the thing is, like, our energy is just not there yet, and it's really frustrating. At your age, you just would have just kept working at it till you did it. And I'm looking at things like Elon Musk working on this brain neural link thing, which seems just incredibly disgusting to me because it's so primitive compared to what's possible, like right now. But I guess that kind of foundation is needed, mobile phones, that kind of thing, just to get people thinking in that direction. One question I have is like, I don't think games, I've accomplished a lot in my life, but in realms of like what sort of has been presented to me, I really can't, there's a challenge I can't really overcome, but I haven't really been given the opportunity to really work on something that would be life-changing to people and whatnot. So I still kind of feel like that part of my life is not fulfilled yet. And I was wondering, obviously, other than patience, like what do you recommend in order to address that sort of lack or not lack of accomplishment, that actually could make a huge difference kind of thing?
Well, yeah, it's to act on, at least in a blueprint or some kind of design that you want, or several designs of different, at least you have it on paper or computer, whatever you call it nowadays. But as long as you have it down somewhere, a sketch, and have many sketches down, because that starts with the manifestation of just having the look of it. And then it's up to you and if your soul truly needs to manifest certain, not everything's going to be manifested, of course. But you'll be driven to go for one project from what we've seen. So it's good to jot down all your ideas, as I did. And yes, we do get impatient. We're in an impatient reality now. In the past, you had no point. We had to be patient. Nothing ever really happened fast. You got used to it. But in your reality, everything's instant. So, and that's the test here, is to remember patience as it's been forgotten. So
that's a good point. Like when I was a teenager and maybe a little more a little less grounded. I used to draw a lot of futuristic devices, like I used to sort of partially design high performance electric cars, and look, we have Tesla now. So I mean, maybe I was part of bringing that energy in. I mean, I even procured a car frame at one point, and then I just had other things that came up, and never really. I just gave that car away afterwards. But yeah. So like, I don't actually have to like necessarily share those drawings and be called a crackpot or something, right? It's just a matter of manifesting that. Now I'm very indoctrinated in science, like more like Newton than you per se. That you were still know a lot about science, and you know how that field is like, it's very easy to lose your reputation pretty quickly.
Yes.
So, but it sounds like just the act of putting it in a physical form is helping to manifest.
Yes.
And then it's really just up to the communal consciousness to bring that forward. And if the communal consciousness isn't ready or doesn't want to do it, I can't force it down their throat, basically.
Well, there's also 3D printers now that are very easy to access. That's another way of bringing into your reality.
Yeah, my friend has some free 3D printers too, so. And all I've done with it so far is made a toy, so maybe I should do it. Yeah, it's like a primitive again, but it's a primitive. What are those called? The Star Trek replicators. It's a primitive replicator. It is really cool. That at least people have gotten to that point. So yeah, it's probably, if we sent all this stuff back to like the 1600s, people would have probably been like, ooh, wow.
They would.
Of course, we take it for granted, and it sucks, and that we want more, and that's just how people are, I guess.
Well, yes, people they get spoiled very easily, as they are right now. So, but your mind goes into like 1,000 years in the future, or more. But in a 3D printer style, you can, at least the project that you want to see it that way, that shows you're closer to manifesting it, possibly more into your, as a project in your future. So
yeah, and even some of the crystal technology stuff missing for something that could at least create the form of it, sands the parts that actually activate it.
It's the start.
And then someone just happens to find the activator in a cave or something, and there we go.
In due time.
So the second question I had is really about your Last Supper thing, and I had an incarnation where there's many realities, probably infinite, of Jesus, of course, and realities without Jesus. Of course, there's the ones that we're connected to, and I was thinking about your Last Supper picture, and to talk about there being sort of a coded message in there. I think multiple, like there's the feminine in there, and then there's a relationship between Jesus and Mary, and maybe kind of a hint at a divine sexual kind of thing in there, and things that you would probably have been burned for if you put too overtly in that kind of time frame you were in. And I just wanted to know if you could, talk about sort of what you were trying to accomplish. I know that like Mary was such a powerful driving force in his life, and of course, because of the way people treat women post Great Flood time frame, the reset that happened, that she was not taken seriously. Even like some of the contemporaries at that time, from me remembering from that life, which was a brutal experience, that she was kind of ridiculed and told to shut up and stuff, and Jesus never really put up with that crap, but he was kind of nice too, but he'd stand up for her. I was just wondering if you could talk more about like what you were trying to accomplish with that picture, painting that you drew.
Well, yes, it was a reflection of the times. It was a reflection of what people are going through. So it was a reflection of what I was going through also. It was, yes, an artistic achievement, but it was to show my, dominance in art form, of where you will not see something like that on created on a wall like that. Created. So it's basically a lot of artistic achievements. I don't believe was done before my time. So it had a lot to do with new art techniques, but also just once again to show the soul. Basically, to show the soul of the Bible, what has not been seen before. Yes, there's many things. You say it was like 1,000 messages within just that one painting. And of course, it started to fall apart during its creation because I miscalculated a lot of details with the structure when I was working on it. But I was so into the creation process, and then I think about all the details. And not everything was known during that time. Also, now it's known.
Yeah, luckily you have people maintaining it still,
Mm-hmm.
and using modern techniques, but trying to avoid contaminating it with stuff that's too high tech or whatever.
Yes, and that painting had a lot of reflection of myself there, even through Mary, through everyone. There's a little bit of me and everything. So.
Yeah, I think the divine. I think we humans have never really quite gotten it right as far as masculine feminine balance. I feel like that painting is a reminder in some ways that we need to get that balance correct. And again, you probably would have been burned if you had overtly put that, so you could code a message and hope that people would eventually pick it up.
Yeah, my connection. Yeah, Jesus was very, at least from my point of view, was very masculine, but yes, very feminine with the males. Yes, very, very touch and feel, as you call it here.
Thanks. Much love.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have Christy.
Greetings.
Greetings.
So my first question, I was wanting to know what mine and my friend Nathan's MIB agent aspect is working on at this time.
I just see crystal energies of the earth, of manifesting a positive alien interaction here, less alien wars. You're there to heal the wars here that are in multi dimensions, because many multi dimensions come through different realities. Beings are flying in different realities all the time. Even your Earth feels it, but you have a timeline change. You don't necessarily see the beings. Like we have the fires in California. I do see around California there to close down that fire situation, but it's been kind of difficult. You don't want to interfere too much. But there is kind of like a galactic alliance talk about what to do with the fires. There's a back and forth on that at this time that you're involved with.
Okay, thank you for that. And then my second question is, who is the tall gray and the short gray that Nathan is currently seeing in his backyard, and what are they teaching us?
Well, that contact is getting closer. Eventually, you'll see their ship, unless he's already seen the ship. So, the grays call themselves like the tall ones, Amos, and the other one's Andrew, as the names we got from them. So they're understanding your culture through you.
So they're observing. And you said the name is Amos and Andrew?
Yes.
And Amos is the tall one and Andrew is the short?
Yes. Yeah.
And they're teaching us, what was that again? The teaching about...
Well, you're learning about the cultures, but you're learning from them, from their realities, but they're not... It's more through your intuition of what comes through them. It's a lot of things that can't be remembered here in your reality, but through your intuition, you can connect to it.
Very cool. Thank you so much.
I do see them connected to Mars, is what I see. Well, blessings.
Hey, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we got Liz.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. Do you have any messages for me?
Yes, you came here to bring a new energy to the earth, bring a more angelic vibration here, but not to be seen. It has to be discovered. I do see like an army of angels around you, But people have to like earn their respect, or it's up to the people too, because the angels aren't going to just. I mean, they help people, but they're not. It's up to the people to take in a new energy, of course. But I do see that vibration still around you. There's much more to it, but just see a flock of angels everywhere.
So you mean I should ask for their help?
Well, you already are. They're already helping
Oh,
you.
okay. So the
You've already
people around
accepted
me.
that, but most people have not.
Mm-hmm.
They go by more of the manipulated energies instead, because that's what you're used to. Manifesting junk, as they call it. Instead of manifesting a better relationship with themselves and the world. Most aren't really doing that. Some are, but it's a slow process.
Interesting. Okay. What else can you tell me? I've been doing an astro now.
Well, I mean, I see you're overcoming a lot of fears. Fear. I feel like you're hesitant to incarnate on this world, is what I see. But you saw the timelines of what good you can bring here, and just decided, okay, fine, I'll do it. And here you are. And so you brought a lot of galactic alliances with you too. So your alien encounters are just to give you that happen in the physical, or just to give you indication you're on the right track, but to really put that, to really like tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
Also understand the manipulations that are happening here through, the alien groups that are here, in the physical, they go to all the conventions and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like for you to connect to the true energies instead of all the book sales.
Yeah, true.
A lot of them aren't ready for the real contact either. They had a contact, but they're not really ready for it. It's like that contact, it's like they're like how they connected to like seeing Jesus, and then they just can't go anywhere else with that.
Their belief systems, right?
Yeah.
The belief systems are the blocking that,
Well,
or ego.
Yes. Well, yeah, ego. Yeah, that was their claim to fame, is their alien contact connection.
Mm-hmm.
So some of them block themselves for further growth, as you can see, to the add monetary system to it. And that's, they aren't aware that they can open up more. They are, but they sort of open up, but many of them don't. Some do. Most don't.
Yeah.
So it is an ego. It's a war of the egos, yes. A major war of the egos.
Yeah. They will lose. I mean, people lose their own.
Well, even the aliens go through this too themselves. They have that problem also. That's not one thing they have not mastered. At least in the fourth dimension. Fifth dimension's gotten better, but not by a lot. It's still an ego war going on, no matter where you go, it seems.
Is that because they're looking for identity, also self-identity?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, they want to be remembered. Some want to be remembered for something, and so the ego gets activated. So, or just being is not good enough for some.
I know. For most.
Just be, because they feel like they're a little people, which is not true. And they just it's all, and then that's the manipulation. The manipulations on this planet, it goes to fourth, fifth, sixth dimension, 17th, goes there further actually. Yeah, it's a major hit. All these beings these aliens that help you, as they're here with you longer, some of them, they all of a sudden worry about their looks. All of a sudden they get insecure. It just even the grays go through. It's humorous, actually.
The collective consciousness might be affecting them.
Yes. So that's another reason why contact hasn't really happened yet, because aliens can become very human-like, yes, and dangerous to humans, yes, as they have been, because they've attacked humans. That's why. So Yeah, you have aliens attacking humans, it ruins it for everybody. So, which does happen. I mean, in the physical, you hear it on your radio shows. It's in the past. They don't do it so much anymore. Well, it doesn't get broadcast that much.
Well, the reptilians did a good job making people afraid of them.
Well, it's them. It's all in any alien species, not just them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they connect to human emotions and they don't know how to handle it. They think they do. No, they think they've learned. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Well, humans need to learn to unify their emotional too, their senses, not emotion, but senses.
Yes, they've learned how to guard themselves, but so they're protecting themselves as they show up here as human, in third dimension. They're so busy protecting themselves and not always understanding how humans communicate. So you get miscommunication sometimes. It's kind of complicated, actually.
It is very complicated.
Humans
nobody understands it.
Humans are very complicated, as you can see.
They cannot understand each other either.
Humans are not all, but many are vicious. So when it gets to that vicious energy, like a palladium would appear here, but they have to say, okay, toxic energies, they have to protect themselves more, but then they come out of the third dimension, so they're not always knowing what's going on here. Mm-hmm. So that's where trouble can happen.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, they love your New York City. It needs all the love. Yeah, they sprinkle energies, positive energies, all through New York City and all that. That's why there's so many sightings. They're sending positive energies.
Nice. And there were some like 4 or 5 sightings just a couple of weeks ago. Throughout the United States, several cities.
Yes.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Yes. Thank you so much.
Blessings.
Blessings, thank you. Up next, we have Marvin.
Greetings. My first question is, can you explain that parable, the Egyptian parable about Marduk and Enkidu and when the bull of heaven was released and stuff? So I really want to know what was Enkidu and what was the bull of heaven, and how, was that like a tale, or can you explain to me like what really happened?
Well, I can go into. Well, Marduk was here to bring negativity to the earth, to test humanity. They have a human. Enki was there to anchor the positive, and Marduk was here for negativity. For humans to empower themselves. It wasn't there to make them negative. It was just to make them stronger, but not to. Of course, they got carried away over time.
Okay, so with him and Enkidu, and when the bull of heaven got released on earth, so what was that? Was that like some type of was it a really bull, or was it like some type of parable of some type of?
It was a knowledge of the bull. You could say, bully energy. Just it was knowledge to protect themselves, to defend themselves. To understand, it was just it went into their chakras of understanding who they are. It was like a download, basically.
Okay, was it something almost like what I got a couple of days ago?
Yes.
Because I kind of got empowered, this on the inside. I don't want to talk about that stuff, but was it kind of like what happened to me today with me and my manager?
Well, yeah, you feel like you're being attacked, and you were, mentally. So it was kind of like an astral attack, too, but it was physical. Now, he's been attacking you astrally for some time. It just blew up in this reality. You try to keep it calm, try to keep it in astral. You don't need to deal with it here, but it had to be weird here. So
that's what I felt, and I got irritated. I don't know if my ancestors.
No, it was from him. It was that from your manager, him or her. It was from your manager. Manager is being a bully, basically, being intimidating.
Okay. Thank you. For my second question, with the group of archangels and stuff, back when I was going to school in 2001, I was approached about being an exorcist and stuff. And so with the certain things that I see and stuff, do you probably see me going to being a shaman or exorcist? But I did not want to go to the Vatican to learn how to be an exorcist. I was offered, but I didn't want to go and stuff. But do you still see me going in that type of field? And do you see the archangels trying to guide me in that direction? What's going on now?
It's always a possibility, but we don't see you going in that direction. We see you having a more positive direction. You've already kind of been through that already. You've had that in previous incarnations also. So I feel like, I mean, if you wanted to go, you would have went. I feel like there's a lot of hesitation. So I don't believe that's part of your journey here, unless you truly want to do it. But I don't feel like you really want to do it, from what I can see.
I don't want to bring up no old friends. Yeah, I feel like that.
Exactly. Just bring in the positive. You don't need to deal with that. Let others deal with it. You've had you've done your time.
Okay, and dang it, still pertaining to this question and stuff. If I wanted to ask the group of archangels and stuff to guide me through whatever my journey is, because sometimes I feel like certain messages is kind of scripted for me and stuff. What do I need to meditate, or who do I need to ask or call upon on trying to bring forth knowledge from the archangels to help me guide me through?
Well, yeah, go through. I mean, every archangel has different energies, so just call on the one that you feel like is necessary for that time. Archangel Michael, or it's up to you.
Well, which one feels like they kind of is more or less on me? Which one is more or less got the eye out on me, so I can know which one do I need to ask for help on?
Ariel. I don't believe you know much about Ariel. Archangel Ariel. Is that right?
So do I just sit back and meditate and just talk to him normal, like I normally do, and like whatever? Okay. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, I have Omran's questions. He asked me to read those. His first question: is there any message from Enlil to me?
Yes, it's like a brother energy. It's one that you're still competing with, if I can see. It is still one that you're now. Yes, he can be difficult with others, but it seems to be always nice with you. So it seems to be, yes, always a kind energy. Yes, you can burn someone's house down, but they're very nice to you. I don't believe he's ever really yelled at you or anything. I believe you've just been very connected.
Thank you. The second question: what do you see in my future in 3 months?
Possibly a job change, but that's up to you. But overall, I mean, there's going to be some disturbances here and there, but nothing to worry about. I mean, disturbance mean changes, but nothing to worry about all that much. It's not entirely clear because it's there for you to discover, it's for you to go through, but overall, yeah, there are some events that will occur, but they're not really saying what it is exactly. So, but once you read into it, I believe you'll be fine overall. Some life changes are coming. That's all.
All right, blessings. Thank you. Up next, I have Braden. I have his questions he asked me to read. So his first question: are there any messages for me?
Yes, there's an energy with tall white vibrations. Yes, with the mothership that you're connected to is a healing energy that I've been going through. A timeline change, but not yet, of overall life. I do see a 5-year change. I mean, little by little, you'll have a shift in 5 years. Of course, you don't have to wait 5 years, but I feel like a major change in your future, but not just that you're building up towards it. So relationships, whatever you want, you're seeding in right now. But I do see timeline change, like a move of some kind, 5-year. It's not being 100% clear on the move, but there is a shift coming.
Yeah, thank you. The second question: I'm currently taking IT courses in college and having some difficulties at the moment. I was wondering if this is the best path for me or if I should get into police studies or political science in order to eventually be in a leadership role and assist Earth past the pole shift. What do you say?
Well, the IT, yeah. So I feel like this other direction you want to go to is a good idea. You'll be guiding some people, maybe not everybody, but you're guiding some people that you need to connect with. But yes, I believe the next career change is good. The IT is good, but I believe you've learned what you need to learn there. But that's up to you. If you feel like there's a major you need to change career path, I believe then do so. So they're both. I feel like the IT you've kind of finished what you need to know there is what I see there. I feel the other way would be more interesting to you. I feel like your mind's more connected to it.
Okay, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have Kevin.
Greetings. How are you doing?
Doing well.
Okay. This is Leonardo Da Vinci.
Yes.
It's an honor to meet you. I believe I had a lifetime in your time. I even might have met you.
Mm-hmm. We might have met. It's not clear, but
okay. Do you have any messages for me?
I just see a lot of parallel lifetimes at this time. Timelines here, I do see you very, as you already know, bored with this world. But you're bringing in changes. That's why you're mostly in your astral because it's more interesting. But it is helping you through this lifetime. So I just see more understanding of astral and parallel realities. And this world will become a little bit more. This world will make more sense to you. Right now, it's not completely answering why it is, why it's doing this.
Yeah. I've been feeling lighter physically recently. Can you tell me about that and about the UFO I saw yesterday?
Well, that UFO is connected to your energy. Of course, it's going to show up. Feels like it's also connected to a mothership that you're connected to. So it's going to gradually. It's just attracted to your vibration, and the two of you needed to connect.
It was circling around me. Yeah, I felt the really strong energy from that.
And that was also to help you through your life here, to repower you, so you can find a direction here.
Oh yeah, it was like super amazing last night.
And that's good. That'd be something to get you through the year, you can say. Not that it won't be other connections, but because you've been feeling really disconnected from the world, as you know.
Oh,
so you really did it. It's like going to a spa. Something like that. Spa.
Yeah. So you think next year I'm going to get all the courses I need for my job?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the first step of what I want to do in the next few years. So that's good. Okay. Any other messages?
No, that's all.
So. All right, great. Thank you. Oh wait, actually, who was the UFO? Like, do you have a name or a species or?
We just see a Palladian energy. They're not naming themselves.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought too. Okay, yeah, that's good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Blessings. Up next, Christy.
Greetings, Leonardo.
Greetings.
Pleasure to talk to you. My first question is related to truth and doing great things, as Dragon was talking about. In terms of one of the things I want to get to is it was Jerry Hicks was talking about crossing a river and being so convinced that he knew that the rock was going to be there, that the rock was there, so he could just step and the rock, his foot met a rock, because he believed that, and that was what manifested in his reality. So that's my goal. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, I think of Elizabeth Holmes of Theranos, who had this idea of, well, I'm going to make this machine that will be able to test a little drop of blood and give all this information when we're just not there yet technologically. So I believe that that's possible as well. But why was she not manifesting that? She was so convinced that it was going to happen. And why is Jerry able to manifest physical things in his world that I'm not able to yet? And will I get there?
Well, that's part of his path.
Okay.
For Elizabeth Holmes, she was there to bring in a possibility of that technology. She took it. Well, she had all of these connections. She just couldn't help herself. Instead of going about the smart way of developing that technology, as she could have, and spent eons, she would have got all the funding. But instead, her ego got inflamed and she just started making things up. So
Right.
she was given the right. She kind of squandered her situation.
Oh, okay.
So she was in a perfect opportunity, and yeah, she just wanted to be a superstar. This other guy does not want to be a superstar. I don't believe he does. So for you, your path is totally different than a man. You want all these things that you're not here to do. I mean, what you're doing here is working fine, but I mean, you can attempt to manifest things right in front of you if you want to, but it'd be a long time for it. But it doesn't mean you won't do it.
But it's not my shouldn't be my primary.
It's not really
primary
your
goal.
Primary goal is just to be yourself and send energies to others and explore who you are and your deep connection with the earth. Just you very connected to Santa Claus for some reason.
Oh, that's this.
Yeah, but there is a actual connection there.
Okay. Okay.
As a real person.
Well, I'm Canadian, and for us, our North Pole is Santa's is where Santa lives. But then Norway and Russia also apparently think that he lives there. So, yeah, no.
One worth exploring.
Yeah. The other question would just be a general, if you could. Everyone's really getting worried again, and this is not a good time. Can you give some general words of hope, or don't worry, this is all for a reason, things are going to work out, it seems horrible, but is that possible to give some
the world is, man is known to manifest his demise. It's his number one talent. And you can make something out of nothing, which is happening right now. The media is helping with that. It's all gloom and doom. And if you're willing to adjust to the world, change. People don't like change. They're taught not to like change. If you're okay with change, because people are like hoarders, even if they don't realize, you don't have to have a lot of stuff. You're hoarding reality. You're holding on to it. So you're not taught to want to change. It just changes. It's impossible. So if you're okay with change, this is just a cakewalk. So it's on how you look at things. You just got to just wear your mask for now. That will change. It's just people hate it so much. It's just they use that to torture people, basically. And how easy it is, people are conforming to it. So, yes, people have that sheep energy, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They just do.
Yeah.
So, if everybody just says no to it, I mean, literally does not do it at all. Just no, we're not doing it. We're going to walk in the store, we're going to do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Then that goes away.
Yeah.
Easily, it's gone. Nothing stores can do because it just was money. They don't want to do that.
Yeah. Well,
so everybody just boycott everything. It's like we're not going to this place. Done.
Yeah. my take is typically Canadian is to take the path of least resistance and go, okay, you want me to wear that? I'll wear it. I'm not gonna make it part of my identity or anything like that. I like it, so I'll take it off as soon as I'm outside.
Some are. It's their lifestyle now.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, okay, sure, no problem. You think it's good for me? Well, okay, keep on believing that. I'll do it because you're telling me to.
It's not. It's opposite. It is true. It is exact opposite.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not no skin off of my back, but I also
Yes.
realize it's very different for other people. So
yes,
it's like
vaccines are actually there to kill people. They're to lessen their lives here,
yeah,
and to dumb them down or whatever it is, whatever it can do. You don't always know what it's going to do, but
whatever
it's
they
there
can do,
to
that's good, yeah.
not be natural.
Yeah.
And the scientists know that. They don't care. Yeah, it might take out the virus, but it might take you out with it.
Yeah, we're not there yet, but well, we'll get there.
It's like a safety. It's like a safety blanket you don't really need.
A dangerous safety blanket.
Bill Gates is giving himself a lot of karma for what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's just loading it up. From our point of view, he doesn't care. Well, he cares, but he doesn't. He's not.
Wow.
It's too bad for him.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. And thank you again, Leonardo, for coming in. Up last this evening is me. Greetings to you. I have a question. Well, it was interesting. I found with your message last night, I felt it was endearing how the forefather of the Renaissance, kind of felt guilty about not being perfect. You tried to come in, you made so many changes to the world, but the world wasn't ready to change as fast as you wanted it to.
Yes.
So that's kind of like what we're going through right now. So I felt some parallels there with, yeah, welcome to the club. But
that was the idea. I'm no different than anybody else.
Yeah, it made you, reminded us that you were a human being just like all of us. Right. And so my question is, trying to tap into my genuine, expression, my creative self. Do you have any advice for that with these changes coming into this planet and the vibrations that I'm working with?
Well, yes, you're bringing in a like an Arcturian energy of really shaking things up, whereas it has not manifested in your reality. Well, it has in your world, but you're bringing in like a whole nother alliance here. Like, let's see, just your energy. It's mostly through astral. You're gaining more control over your life, as you can see. And so, yeah, you've been manifesting more for your life. You're already experiencing it, and that's going to continue on. It's going to get stronger and stronger of that. You just have to wait sometimes, not very long.
Right. I'm in a whole different place than I was 2 years ago. So you see that upward trend continuing. That's cool. All right, very nice. My second question, I've been getting intuitive messages repeating the term the hunter's moon that's coming soon, like tomorrow. And I was wondering if my guide Artemis has any messages for any changes coming through. And with the energies coming in.
There's a new timeline of truth coming through. Many don't want to hear the truth. That's why the world is the way it is today. So many don't, as you know, they don't want to know about aliens. They don't want to know about a lot of anything. Instantly shut up. That's due to the teachings, through the schools and the parenting. They just easily shut all that off, shut all those doors off. Just all through the mind. It took 12 years of just shut more than that, but just shutting the mind off instead of opening it up. So this is the time of opening up, and many people they're feeling pain now, and more is to come. Many of you that are open, yeah, there's gonna be some struggles here, but you'll go through the storm a lot easier than others, as you know.
Yeah, and I hear stories about kids in schools going on strikes. Like kids are going from their own schools and not wanting to attend classes with masks and learn the teaching there. Is that a shift happening with the younger generation?
Yeah, it's basically rejecting the school system eventually.
Just like momentum building with that?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Over time. The police, too. But the only way for the police to go down is there has to be peace here first. But you're not there yet. But removing the police will be necessary for the higher dimensions to come in, of course. But you got some time for that. But it is showing that it is on its. But people have to start acting better, and it's behavioral.
Self-love, self-worth, self-responsibility.
Well, some of the police or gangs are all kind of interconnected, unfortunately. So they're kind of causing the problems here, as you know.
Right, right.
It was on a government level, of course. So, yeah, most of your gangs are funded by government. That is true.
Right, CIA and things like that. Is that whole infrastructure starting to crumble? All right.
It's quiet death. Yes.
Yeah, their money is being, squeezed out of them. Right.
That's why Trump isn't liked, because he doesn't want to go to war with anybody. He really doesn't. He's doing the best he can. He can't get out of everything, as you know. So,
I believe. Oh no, go please.
Well, yes, the less war, the less you need of the war Pentagon government. Pentagon is going to eventually crumble. Yes, as you can see now, actually.
It's inevitable, yeah. Okay, I believe one more person came in. Do you have time for Stephen's questions?
Very quick if you can. My energies.
Okay, all right. Stephen, if you are still here.
Yes. Thank you, Bobby. Sorry I came in so late. Hey, hello. How you doing?
Yes, doing fine. Yes, go ahead, please.
Thank you, blessings. Just wondering if you can connect with my guides. Just leave it out there. Just any general messages of what's going on, what the dreams I've been having here lately with Will Smith and others. Thank you so much.
Well, Will Smith has a lot of healing to do. He's not really. He's a shapeshifter. He's also an androgynous being, because he doesn't really have a sexuality, really. Well, he's both, but usually he's non-binary. Usually. So having him here is quite interesting. He's not willing to quite see that side of himself, at least in the public eye, sort of. Actually, he has confronted it, sort of. So, yes, you can go both sides. And you're there to heal his energy, because he's been going through a lot. He doesn't always understand the world, so you're helping him through it. These things.
Blessings, thank you.
Is that the only question?
Okay, well, thank you again. Blessings to you, Leonardo.
Yes, blessings to you. Yes. We'll have more messages in the future, but right now, we'll get all rest. So, blessings to you. All right. Things. All right. That was fast. Okay. All right. Blessings, everyone.